So we have the first we have representatives,
Okay.
and they will have this. So
And first entities we have reps and voters.
So part of the data structure of ballot box is the representative's name. So you'd have different ballot boxes for each representative.
Okay, so we have a one-to-one between representative and ballot box. Okay, so we have a first structure, data structure, name, string. Okay.
So this is part of the data structure of the ballot box, right?
Yes. Or right, because we have a one-to-one relationship between
Right.
If not, then we'll break it. But let's assume for now.
So this gets registered into the DHT,
Yes.
so that everybody is aware of who the representatives are, what the ballot boxes are.
Okay, so we have function register rep for ballot. I'm gonna call it rep, okay, for now, or you want to you prefer to call it ballot what? You tell me.
I think it's ballot box. Okay. Yeah.
Register ballot box, and then we have to get all ballot boxes, right? Those are two functions that we definitely need for that.
Okay. And these are functions that relate to the DHT directly?
Those are the functions that relate to data. We're going to abstract away from how do we store it for now. We're just thinking about the data structure.
Okay, good.
Okay.
So what we have
That's
next,
my favorite thing. That's my favorite part in writing code, honestly.
So what we have next is the ability to vote. So you have, I don't know what it is, a little function or whatever. No, it's an entry. An entry, and the entry relates, the entry is an agent, and is a voter, and each voter is an agent.
Okay, register, voter.
So that entry
Okay, get all voters. Okay.
For elections, general elections, or any kind of voting in organization or government, village, whatever organization you imagine. Originally I conceived the idea for DAOs, so we kind of combined my idea with the Holochain and the D21 voting system, which is here proposed by the Institute H21 in Prague. So I was working on that with Sasha and Joel and Timothy over there, who helped with the coding and the architecture and specs. This is what it looks like. This is the whole spec of the MVP, and I don't know if you can see that well enough, so I'm going to go through it one by one. But basically you sign up, and then you can vote on the candidates. Then you get a list of who's obviously trending up and down. So for me, learning was that there's no need for passwords and usernames. So that's easier for sure. Right away you can start voting, probably even sooner than in 30 seconds. So we're working on a use case here of Hong Kong elections. So in this case you can see that there are only 3 candidates running for the cabinet. So when the user signs up, he gets 3 votes, because that's the maximum amount of options he can vote for. And I'll explain later how that works further. So he gets 3 Hong Kong votes. And now, as I explained on Saturday morning, The system is working in such a way that you can allocate the votes to the candidates or representatives you would like to see governing, and then you can also allocate down votes up to 50% of your up votes. And the main reason why it's designed in such a way that you can smooth out the extreme edges. It's quite a case in Europe, for example, or America, right? I mean, we're going further right, further nationalistic, it's getting more extreme. And the system is designed in such a way that basically the candidates in the middle of the spectrum are encouraged or incentivized to work together and support each other already throughout the campaign. And that's because if you are on the very far right or far left, you can only get extra votes, pick up extra votes from the people on one side, not on the both sides. So the idea is that people will start consensual agreeing on the political platforms, and then that will show in the election. Right, quick terms and conditions, and so this is what it looks like. Just simple voting up and down. As you keep voting, obviously your total allocation of votes is lowering, and then so you could vote each of them plus one, and then you have, well, in this case, let's say there was 4 candidates, you would vote all of them, you had 4 votes, you voted all of them, you said you vote, say you voted the first one 3 up, and the next one 1 up, then you could vote the third one 2 down. Is it clear? Right, and that's just a list of who's trending, and now we'll hand over to Sasha.
So what we figured is that we're going to do specs that are very bare bones because and that don't necessarily reflect the sophistication of the voting platform that Jan was envisaging. So we kept it really simple so that we could get something done this weekend. And so what we have here is we have ballot boxes that are what was it? We have a data structure that represent the ballot boxes and representatives. So each ballot box is a representative. So you will have a new ballot box data structure for each. I don't master this fully if you haven't noticed yet. And for each new representative, you'll have a new ballot box. So that's how we solved it. And you will have voters that are linked to the ballot box by a cast vote function. And the ballot box would have a link back to the voters telling by whom they were chosen. So we have a number of functions, and that together make up that very bare bones app. So we have registered ballot box. We have, in order for a ballot box to exist in the first place and to be identified as representing one representative, and you have the function get all ballot boxes because you want to know what who all the representatives are. You have a function registered voter, which allows a voter to show up in the app. A get all voters function in order to know who all the voters are, and get ballot box count, which is the total number of ballot boxes. If you want to know that as well. No, sorry, that function. Yes, get ballot box count is the result of the vote, the actual result of the vote. Simply how many votes each representative got. Okay, there's more, and here we have the different entries and how they are linked, links that are created for each entry, and that's about it. We can, next slide is just to show you that we've done something. So we started, we started changing the basic template. We didn't understand everything we've done, but we've done something. And then we tested it, and it failed, which is very good because that's how we learn. And yeah, that's about it. Yeah. Thanks.